many of which don't do standing starts, certainly not in these cars. Bourdais at the front, Ryan Briscoe, the Australian, next to him. Salo and Boris said on the second row of the grid, and Mark Lee couldn't get it away. But a good start from Sebastian Bourdais.
Embolou tudo atrás dos dois da frente e dispararam.
To turns 1, 2 and 3. So Mark Lee, the first casualty off the starting grid. Most of them have to spear through on the right-hand side. Hero did a very good job to get around the sister car from within the Stone Brothers garage, so he jumped to the left and cleared the problem that Mark Lee had relatively clean. We thought more of them might have had a bit of a struggle off the line. Castro Neves has struggled, he's gone backwards. Bourdais leads through Salo. There's Briscoe. And can't strip away.
O safety car atrapalhando o cara ali, velho.
Just cannot get this thing working properly. That intermittent problem will just not go.
Olha ali, Castanha. Vai, que mato. Essa câmera do helicóptero é fantástica.
Good start here from Salo to get through. On Ryan Briscoe, there's Boris Set. Then Joey Ham, Hero, Long, Bergmeister, Turner. So Lee has gone back towards the back end of the top 10 after starting from 5th. First lap around they go. Starting out with cold tyres, no tyre warmers in this category. Many of them are accustomed to having pre-warmed tyres.
GC600 motherfucker.
Come to terms with that. With the heavier fuel load, remember they've got the big fuel cells in them this weekend. We're under endurance racing rules and that was so close.
Fazem menos de 1 minuto, né, velho? Só 2,5 km.
Thought he was going to tag Gilles de Ferran. Gilles hasn't done a race now for some time. He's in semi-retirement. I walked out of the driver prep area down to the garages with him and he said,
O que tá caindo ali, mano? Reflexo?
Be afraid.
Olha.
Get your heart rate up, get it back under control. It is difficult, isn't it? I mean, it's something for Gilles who's not driving all the time. It would be a really tough ask.
O carro dele você foi mesmo, não funcionou.
We said this last year with potentially a 150-point swing in this if it falls completely to the sister car in the garage to 88. That's not
Olha que bonito o gol de costa.
bankable, that statement just yet, but that's what could happen. So the four-time champ car
Ali eles vêm azulando naquela reta.
Born and lives in Le Mans, has had so much success around this circuit, was a standout last year. Now at Team Vodafone in Jamie Whincup's car.
Olha, duas rodas. Oi, o companheiro de equipe dele já tá lá na frente, velho.
Esse cara de azul aqui atrapalhou todo mundo, velho.
Ah, não, o da frente. Eu acho legal pro carro também, velho. Ford.
Rachou na gás, perdeu força desse cara.
Nice launch here for Salo. He did a good job. I mean, you can tell by the way it was just rattling there in the onboard that he just had a lot of revs on. He didn't worry about it being a pristine start. He just looked for wheel spin, get it launched and get it going rather than bogging down's your big enemy in one of these cars. And when you see it from
legal, essa câmera dava conta dos dados pra frente. Eu sei quanto tempo eu ainda posso fazer de filme. Mais de meia hora ainda.
Clear track in front of him. Salo could well have been position 1 by turn 1.
Legal aí.
Massa, velho. Mandar lá pro velho lá no Brás assistir. Morrinha. Vê um pouco da Gold Coast aí. Nossa, que golaço, velho. Oi, tem câmera em tudo que é lugar também na pista.
Shane Van Gisbergen. Sorry, mate. Said he's under attack there. So Joey Hand got around him. Hero got around him. Behind him is Patrick Long. The Americans are ganging up on one of their own, and in between them is a man who's almost in his half century, Emanuele Hero. Spoke to him this morning on the way to the track. He said he only started to feel relaxed when the car.
Deu uma beliscada.
Wow, he's not showing it today. he got a great start, and now he's up there fighting towards the top 5. Some good action here. Mark Lee, Alex Tagliani, Magnussen, and Farfus Jr. So there's a bit of a freight train coming at the rear end of the top 10.
And Neil and I have done a fair bit of racing against Emanuele Pirro, and he was, for those who could remember, probably the #1 BMW driver in the world in touring cars, wasn't he, in the late 80s and early 90s. So, fantastic racing driver, huge pedigree, Le Mans winner in recent times with Audi, and a guy that will do a very good, solid job, up to 5th position now in the Shane Van Gisbergen Falcon.
And look out for Patrick Long, he is making a good move in the Bundy entry with Fabien Coulthard this weekend, car 61. If you were with us last year at the Armor All Gold Coast 600, the name Patrick Long just kept jumping out at us. We didn't know much about him. He was written off by a lot of people. 30 years of age, out of Florida, drives in the American Le Mans Series. And
agora essa câmera aí foi legal também, pegou? Quando o helicóptero pega o mar junto, daí vem aproximando. Mas tá cansando o braço aqui já agora, vou ter que acabar o vídeo.
So Bourdais from Salo, Briscoe, Joey Hand, Emanuele Pirro, Patrick Long, Boris Sen,
Amanhã a gente faz uns videozinhos ao vivo.
Now we just saw the battle with Magnussen, Tagliani and Augusto Farfus Jr. really on in the middle of the field for 11th, 12th and 13th position. So good pace with Bourdais. There was Salo, that's Briscoe. There's Joey Hand driving with James Moffat. Emanuele Pirro and Patrick Long.
correndo, os caras estão os caras daí.
What about his tweet earlier today? V8 supercar drivers drive like crazed Doberman pinchers with hand grenades in
Nossa
their mouths.
senhora, bem pertinho do outro
Well, he's
também.
about to find out because there's a big queue of cars behind him.
Que irado,
This will be a
velho.
very serious part of
Eu vou
the
ter
race
que
because
ver
you
amanhã,
need to get through this
meu.
race. Remember, it's a long event, 300 k's. They're all blocking each other and now running into each other. That's Mark Lee. That was Tagliani into the left-hand rear door.
Não tem muito lugar de
So it's
ultrapassagem,
on.
né?
There's Shane Van Gisbergen shaking his head saying these boys play for keeps.
Why did I give him my car?
That's right.
And managing this is very important because just keep coming back to championship all the time. So, you know, we just can't look at it as a race in isolation.
Nossa.
It's one important race in 28.
Colado.
It becomes 2 of 28.
Pepsi Max,
300
tá?
points up for grabs.
Patrick Long, fastest
Olha
man
a
out on the
virada.
circuit at 113.9. He is 6th. But our race
Yeah,
leader is Jamie
that's it.
Whitcock's partner
That's
Sebastian
the camera.
Essa câmera é animal, velho. Olha.
É.
Clear skies.
Iu.
Gold Coast 600.
Nós estamos aqui assim, ó. Por aqui, ó.